In this lesson, we're going to learn how to calculate speed using the speed formula. Our objectives are going to be to calculate speed using the speed formula, use correct units of measurement when calculating speed, and we're going to learn how to convert speed in feet per second to speed in miles per hour. So first we need the basics of the speed formula. Very simply, speed equals distance divided by time. S in this formula stands for speed, D stands for distance, and T stands for time. When we measure speed, we're going to need to make sure that our units of measurement are properly written down. In the scale experiment that we're about to do, we're going to be using feet per second. But when we convert this, we're going to want it in miles per hour. Sometimes you might see kilometers per hour, but usually you'll be converting from feet per second to miles per hour. Conversions are essential when measuring speed over very short distances, as it is hard to calculate miles per hour in very short distances, and it's much easier to use feet per second. All right, guys, now in order to see how this formula works in the real world, we've set up a little test here on the floor. So as you'll remember, speed equals distance divided by time. Now we can control the distance by making 2 marks on the floor, and we've made 2 marks with tape that are exactly 10 feet apart. So our distance we know is 10 feet. Now all we need to do is take our model car between the 2 pieces of tape, and we'll go back to the film and see how long it took it to go from one piece of tape to the other, and that will give us our time. So we'll go ahead and roll the car, and it crosses the finish line, and we'll go back and look at the tape to see how long that took. Once we see how long it took, we'll be able to plug these variables into our formula and see exactly how fast it was going. Okay, so after conducting our test on the floor, we can now take our variables, plug them into the formula, and determine how fast the car was going. So if we remember, we have speed equals distance divided by time. So the distance we know was 10 feet. And that will be divided by the time, which we determined was 1.4 seconds. So we do 10 divided by 1.4, and we get 7.14 feet per second. Now, this is where conversions come into play. We're going to want to convert this into miles per hour. Okay? So, first we have to ask how many seconds are in 1 hour. There are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So 1 times 3,600, and that gives us 1 hour. We now have to multiply the top by 3,600 as well, and that gives us 25,704 feet. All right, now, the problem is we don't need this in feet per hour, we need it in miles per hour. So we're going to divide this number on the numerator here by how many feet there are in a mile, which is 5,280, and that's going to give us 4.86 miles per hour. So the final answer is 4.86 miles per hour.